What did David Bowie mean to me? Bowie, to me, meant everything. He was one of my idols, and he, in my opinion, was and still is my favourite singer. I started listening to him, it was 2011. I watched a series called Ashes to Ashes and Life on Mars on the BBC, and basically I listened to some of the songs that were on the soundtrack, and I noticed that Life on Mars and Ashes to Ashes were on there, so I started listening to them, thought they were interesting, and I remember at one point I listened to them for like 250 times, I think, for Life on Mars. I became obsessed with it, and in the end I started to go on YouTube. I looked at some of his other work. I think Starman was the third song I listened to, and I don't know what it was about Bowie, but it was just the fact that his songs were different. They're not mainstream. You know, what I love most of all about Bowie is you can't really define him. You can't really pinpoint what genre of music he mainly is, you know. I mean, he has a variety of different genres within his work. He's got rock mainly, but he also has romance in terms of, you know, China Girl and One Love. But then he's got the kind of, I'd call it kind of like dance music for Little Wonder and songs like that. So it's just, I think that's the main reason why I love him so much, is the fact that he did something that at the time, so the 70s, when he became Ziggy, it was something that had never been done before, and he just decided to be himself, or I suppose an alien called Ziggy. And that's why in my opinion, he was so brilliant, was the fact that he did something not mainstream, he did something niche, he did something no one else would do. And of course, at the time when he did it, there was quite a lot of controversy. Not a lot of people liked what he did, but quite a lot of people liked what he did and thought it was strange. But for me, Bowie was just, the main reason why I love him is because of his personas. It's the fact that he can change character. It's not, his music is not just one type. As I said, it's a variety of genres, variety of different types of egos and other characters and other stories. He doesn't sing about typical stories. He sings about aliens from outer space and from Mars, and, you know, just different things like that. And that's why he was so brilliant, was the fact that he did different things like that. And for me personally, like, one of the other main reasons why I love Bowie is because of a film called Labyrinth, which, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it. And I've got the soundtrack here, and it's my favourite soundtrack, I suppose, out of all of Bowie's work. If you count it like other soundtracks, it's definitely my favourite. But my main favourite soundtrack is Hunky Dory, and it's just because of the kind of hippie-like based songs within his work. But for me personally, I love Labyrinth, and it's because of just, I think it's mainly because of Jim Henson and the fact that I grew up on Muppets, so when I found out Bowie was in Labyrinth, I had to go watch it. And yeah, so to end this off, I just wanted to say, if I could say anything to Bowie right now, it would be thank you for everything that you've done. Like, the fact that you've done so much. I was in a bad situation recently, and listening to his work and songs just did everything for me, really. And it really helped me, and just helped me get through that really difficult time. And that's why I love him so much, is the fact that I can be transported to another world. And if I'd say anything right now, it would be thank you for everything you've done. I'll never forget you. We will never forget you. And you will continue to live on throughout your work. And no one's ever going to replace you. You're irreplaceable. And just thank you.